Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. Gosh, that song is so good. Hey Tag, hey Silicon, how are yous? Okay. Hoping to get some more class quests done today. That song is beautiful. Oh, it's so good. Oh yes, I was doing profession quests. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish showing all the Realm Reborn. Oh right, I haven't beaten her yet. Alright, I'm hoping to finish showing all the Realm Reborn combat class quests. It's an OCD thing. And then we'll do 2.55 and then move on to Heavensward. So there's a fair few quests left to do, but I think they're really cool world building, so I think that's the correct number of hellos. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to Gridania. Oh, actually, I've got a video of... I saw someone using the car mount. So I wanted to show that. Got a quick video of that. That one? There we go. Yeah, there it is, the car. From FF15. I think they're a Lalafell, so it's a bit smaller than it would be for others. Yeah, it gets these cool boosters and stuff coming out of it when you go into flight mode. Sadly, they didn't fly away in it, they just stuck around on the ground, so... But yeah. It's cool. I want it. I need it. I must have it. Hello, sweetie. Cleo's here. I should have fed her before I should have fed her before I started the stream. Oh well. Alright. So the Realm Reborn classes, I like to think of them in like the 3 categories as to what city they start in. So Gridania. We did Conjurer and we did White Mage. We did Lancer and we did Dragoon. And so now there is Archer and Bard. Let's do Bard. I didn't finish Archer on stream. I should... Yeah, I'll go over that first. Let's see. Bard. I'll probably rant about it a bit, because Archer was by far my least favourite. It had some very questionable themes in it. Not sure if Back to the Future or Initial D would be a better reference. Pretend you did the funnier one. Why not both? Why not both? Okay, what's the best way? I don't think there were many cutscenes for Archer. Let's just go have a little look. I did some of Archer on stream, but not all of it. Hello, Cleo. I like this bow that I've got for Bard. It's quite nice. Oh hey, thank you for the sub, Mr. McPunchy. With Prime Gaming, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just fixing my windows. I realise I can't see the stats. There we go. Alright. Journal? Yeah, journal. Class quests. Yeah, this is a good way to go through it. Yeah, the Archers Guild. Archers Guild is not a very good place. It kind of sucks. Ah, thank you, McPunchy. You're leveling over on Fairy right now. Might as well have the background music playing twice. Nice. Have fun. Have fun leveling. Alright, so the Archer Guild, you know, they have the basic introduction quests. They had some quests where you had to, like, go around town and find the targets to shoot, which I thought was pretty cool. Luciane, the Master of the Archers Guild. The essence of archery is observation with intent. Destroy all the targets. Go kill a bunch of things. Yeah, then she introduces you to the two main characters of the story. The Mikote Lay Eliapo and the Elizan Silver. Silver. He sucks. Yeah, so we train with the Mikote Lay. Lay was nice, I like Lay. She sent us to do some target practice. Lay enlightens you as to the origins of archery. Apparently the art was conceived by her ancestors, the Keepers of the Moon, who lived as hunters in former times. Oh, I forgot about that part. Because Silver was all like, oh, it's our art, everyone else is messing it up. Silver's the worst. Yes, then she sends us to work under Silver, and Silver is just a big bigot. He sucks. He makes no effort to hide his contempt for you. Sends us to destroy some targets, and he sends us on a really weird task. Tasks us with slaying Nezol Catlan the Violator, the leader of an XIV scouting party. Which they hint that the characters were saying that was a super dangerous task we should not have been sent to do. Because it was very dangerous, and yeah, it was hinted he sent us to do that hoping we would get hurt. Grudgingly agrees to stop agitating for your expulsion from the guild. Silver may refuse to acknowledge your skill, his actions send a different message. Blah blah blah. Yeah, then we all went on a little mission together to investigate bandits. Yeah, there was a gang of poachers led by a woman named Pawar Majuk. We had a lot of encounters with her. That's right, yeah, both Silver and Lay were thinking of leaving the guild. So Silver had this whole thing going on where he actually captured Pawar before, but she tricked him into freeing her. And so he had this huge chip on his shoulder about that. Wasn't the moon big old Bahamut's prison? Look, sometimes you gotta blow up the moon, yes. Yeah, so Silver had a lot of guilt because he actually let the poacher go in the past. And also, Lay wanted to leave the guild as well. She didn't feel like she belonged here in Gridania or in the guild. Thanks, Silver, for all the bigotry. Hey, Panicking, how are ya? Good to see ya. Yeah, so Lay she actually wanted to join the poachers, her fellow Keepers of the Moon. And so she wanted to meet us one last time to say goodbye. But then Pawar was like, hey, we should kill her. And turns out Pawar was just evil. And so poor Lay was very lost and confused as to what the heck to do. She awakens as if from a trance, realizing that the fear of dishonouring her old family, who perished in the calamity, was preventing her from embracing her new one? She thanks you for helping Lay see that her place is with the guild. Were there any cutscenes to watch? It's better if you can actually watch things, eh? Rather than me just reading this random crap. Catch a poacher. Yeah, we got some cutscenes here. Watch some cutscenes. Building something in Sims 4? Ooh, that sounds fun. Any signs? Yeah, this is when we're all working together trying to find the poachers. I might have done this one on stream, I don't remember. Look, the ground is covered in Mikote footprints. These tracks are fresh. Very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled. Else they're hiding near. Take cover. Eh? And there I was thinking we'd caught ourselves some of the Midland bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners. Truly, I have heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We had best split up. The leader's mine. I'll try to isolate her from her litter. Silver, Melchan, the rest I'll leave to you two. As you will. Fight, fight. FF15 won't be on your stream queue for some time, but when you do, I'll see why you love the car. Nice. My auto subtitles named Big Ol' Beamut Beagle Bahamas, and that's the nickname now. That's pretty funny. We fought the poachers. Was that the last of them? Have you seen Aliapo? With me, Melchan. That was a piss-poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper? A hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. No! Ah, bugger. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing you, sister. They made Silver look like a hero there, but the cutscenes don't show the part where he's like really bigoted and abusive towards both our character and what was her name? Mikote. And then it just skips to level 30. Complete. Archer. Yeah, so that both Lay and Silver were thinking of leaving the guild. Yeah, Lay tried to join Parwar, but turns out Parwar is a jerk. So that didn't work. And she decided to stay with the guild. We had to fight her first, and then she was like, where are you getting your inner strength from? And guess we'll watch some cutscenes. Sylvain reveals he has discovered the whereabouts of Parwar Majuk before rushing off alone to apprehend her. He wanted to just apprehend her alone, but we just came to help him anyway. This is rude dude erasure, yes. Bollocks. I knew I should have trusted me gut. What was that camera angle? Some blokes just can't take a hint. I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madam. No, no, sir. 'Tis most flattering. Won't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attentions? I hope you like it rough, darling. Fight, fight, fight. And then we fight. The bard hat is so goofy, I love it. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Oh. I can't. I won't. I don't think she actually died. I think we just apprehended her. Lucien is glad of your safe return and proud to have such a dedicated and compassionate adventurer to the guild. In her ranks. Well, someone's spamming up Novice Network. I can't, I won't. Sounds like something Tifa says in the remake when her HP gets low. Ah, okay. Alright, I'll check the journal for the rest of that. Okay, nothing else there really. Yeah, it was kind of a messy storyline. I don't know what it was trying to say. Yeah, it's Also, these journal entries don't make mention at all of his bigotry, which is pretty gross. Because, like, he's just this huge bigot. Like, both towards her and our character. Yeah, and the guild leader, what was her name? Lucien? Yeah, Lucien. She would, like... The two would, like, argue, and then she would say, like, hey, you know, stop fighting, as if they were both in the wrong. It was this really gross kind of thing where, like, she kept making excuses for him. Like, oh, no, I mean, he actually likes you, because he keeps, like, doing this thing where he's covering his mouth. It was the weirdest thing. Instead of just saying, hey, stop being a bigot. Yeah, and... It's like Lei almost left... She was almost, like, pushed out of the guild by him because of his abuse. Yeah, it's really strange. And like, cause at the end he never apologized at all about being a bigot or putting our character in danger with that really strange mission he gave us that time. Yeah, it felt like it wasn't a story about a bigot growing. It was a story about people accepting the bigot and just being like, okay, no, that's just how he is. He's just a bigot. Which I think is a really bad message. Yeah, we're going to talk to the characters because there's some dialogue here now. Yeah, some really strange messaging about if someone's like emotionally abusive and such. Yeah. Yeah, so here's Lee. Just once I'd like to pass a day without being lectured on my form. But like it or not, I'm stuck with that bloody wildwood. You can pick your friends, but not your family, you know? Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, it's like, oh, he's your family, you can't do anything about it. I mean, he could have grown as a character and not been a bigot anymore? I pray you do not take excessive pride in your achievements. Accomplished though you may be, your archery is far from perfect. Alas, Lei's training demands my undivided attention. You'll have to wait your turn, Mel-chan. He's not being a outward bigot anymore, I guess? When you have 4 billion lines of dialogue, eventually some garbage is going to make its way in. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Can't all be winners. Oh yes, she notices I'm a bard now. Mel-chan the bard, in the flesh. You cut a dashing figure. Tell me, what brings you here today? Concerned about Silver and Lei? You needn't be. They still bicker, of course, but it is nothing serious. They see each other with clarity now, and have come to understand that their differences are only skin deep. Would that all my archers could benefit from your positive influence. Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, I feel like they didn't really stick the landing on that. Oh well. What is archery? I'm more than willing to answer your question, but I'm confused as to why you would ask. Our art can be likened to the pursuit of truth, a metaphor young archers are wont to find confusing, but which you doubtless comprehend. To speak more plainly, an archer's role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness, for while the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg, or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. I wonder what she says if I'm not a bard at the moment. Hello, I'm a pally. Greetings, Mel-chan. I thought you had taken up the ways of the bard. Was I mistaken? Your favourite literary technique, tell, don't show. Yeah. Yeah, I think I think they could have done well. All they really needed him to do was like do a proper apology for his bigotry. Yeah, it was close to being good, but they didn't do the important part, I think. Anyway, let's do the Bard story. New Game Plus. CPS. The Bard story is totally different. It starts kind of slow, but I really like where it goes. New Game Plus mode. Oh, yep, I have to be an archer. Take that off. Oh no, I'm naked. Just throw something on. Sure, that'll do. A song of bards and bowmen. Well met, Mel-chan. Would that we had the time for banter, but we're all up in arms here. Yet another XIV dirigible has been spotted over the Twelveswood, you see. Their reappearance calls to my mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing. Well, I say battle. Most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. Aye, the XIV dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of year it was, more than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure, but heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest, of teachers, and few things drive a woman better than its sting. Ah, but let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you've already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to the Twelveswood, the one they call the God's Bow. That's just a title, of course. His birth name is Jahantel, and he was once of the God's Quiver. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honour greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Jahantel was also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Upon learning that the God's Bow had returned, dozens of us flocked to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Jahantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioned that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in did not include poetry and song. He seems exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on the offer, save that we have a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging into battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we were hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. By the sparkle in your eyes, I'd wagered you have an interest in that self-same poetry and song. Come now, there's no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Jahantel, I happen to know his whereabouts. I'm given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarry Mill, in the South Shroud. Jahantel is an agreeable sort of fellow, and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on to hope. If you could find a way into Jahantel's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. So everyone wants him to teach them the ways of the bow and all the tricks, and he just wants to teach them about song. That's pretty funny. Is Bard like Archer Plus? Yes. Bard is the upgrade to Archer, which they explain it quite well in the lore, actually. Having someone who doesn't have the best personality but still coming through in certain situations is realistic. It can be a good element in writing, but still needs to be handled well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just came off as emotionally abusive. Let's go get the Bard set out of storage. "20 minutes until cat feed time." Also, I am still sick. Oh, that's right. Turn off New Game Plus for a sec. So if I still sound kind of weird, then that's why. To keep stopping to clear my throat and stuff. Let's see. Paladin, Monk, Warrior, Dragoon. Oh, I think I went past Bard. Yes, I did. Coral. There. Coming from D&D to you, Bard equals music wizard, not music archer. Yeah. I think it's really interesting how they handled Bard in this game. How is Bard usually in Final Fantasy? Is it usually like an archer thing, or is that something new for this game? Turn New Game Plus back on. Yes. Speak with Jahantel. A song of bards and bowmen. Would not be asking you. Oh no, just anyone who knows. Yeah, so in combat, the bard class still uses the bow. It's just they have some cool songs they can play as well to buff people. Which actually, I'll show all their combat stuff once we're done with the story. Like I did with Dragoon and White Mage. Oh god, my bars are a mess. Yeah, I use this as storage for my my professions. Oh well. Ah, another guest. You are kind to pay me a visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the Twelveswood, and we could want for little more. Ah, but the curl of your lip tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek knowledge of archery, I take it. In which case, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Melchan, was it? Yes, I am Jahantel, the one they call the God's Bow. But that was in another life. I have long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognise a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promise. Keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. Yet know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tell us this much. You truly wish to remain and learn poetry and verse? Well. I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song, as opposed to more tangible endeavours. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, Melchan. There is a Moogle named Pucknopoki, who can oft be found wandering an area situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Pucknopoki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me, O puissant Althik. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Let's speak with a Mogul. It isn't usually really a class in FF games. There might be some, but you wouldn't remember which ones. Okay. Head over here. Whee! Fly on my horse, my wolfie. It's a wolf, not a horse. Marigold! Kuporg! How could this have happened? It's just so embarrassing. A blunder for the ages, Kupo. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? That's a rare talent, I'll allow. But you've caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now, be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Jahantel sent you? You should have said so sooner, Kupo. You do know that Jahantel is no ordinary bard, yes? His songs can salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope. And that's not even scratching the surface. Why, to hear him perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count for Jahantel to stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he deigned to set foot here again, but he's refusing to sing for us. That's a blatant breach of promise, Kupo. But what's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Jahantel's. Perhaps even identical, Kupo. By the 12, this means that things may yet turn out as planned. Why, you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Kupo. Egads, your coming had me so excited. My predicament nigh escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give to Jahantel, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Kupo. I roused just in time to espy the thief, and attempted to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Delayed. Last I saw of that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Taker's Rock, Kupo. Now, I realise we've only just met, but would you mind recovering the charm and delivering it to Jahantel in my stead? Sure. Whee! Do I have to fight anything? Nope. Cool. Just wander in, open their crate. Thanks. I'm level 59, so none of these things want to aggro. I mean, I could fight them. Bunch of bow skills. Pew pew. Oop. Not yet ready. I can't see the cooldowns in here, that's kind of funny. Oh well. We got the charm! Have you recovered the charm? A quaint keepsake made from a single tiny crystal. You did it, Kupo! Please, you must now deliver it to Jahantel. Tell him that Pukno-Poki thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited, in fact, that he cannot help but sing Kupalolo. I want to hear Moogle sing. Oh, I guess that's what the boss music is for King Moggle 12. May his radiance shine on us forever. Oops. I clicked the button I didn't mean to click. Hang on. Okay. I'm an archer again. Yeah, that's well said, Tag. You think the Archer questline would have done a whole lot better with one simple thing? Had the characters realised the difference between accepting that people are the way they are and how to work with that, but how you don't have to accept poor treatment at the same time. A life skill to learn how to stick up for yourself, but not be a jerk yourself. Yeah. Yeah, that's really well said. Welcome back, Mel-chan. You have the charm and a message for me from Pukno-Poki, you say? A cunning rogue, am I? I suppose I must explain. Pukno-Poki and I go a long way back, to when first I took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I have yet to make good on. Pukno-Poki has long desired that I remain in the Twelveswood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill able to oblige him. Duty called, you see. I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the Twelveswood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap it would suffice to appease Pucknopoki. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. What the Moogles lack in grace, they amply make up for in wit. The creatures are great lovers of song. That you return with this charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of the bard. Pucknopoki asked that you bring it to me, aye, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Moogles, bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of the bard harbours memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now, it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are as next of kin. By the same token, mastery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Go now, Melchan, and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Pucknopoki's wildest expectations. Quest to learn the action, perform! Perform's good. Oh, you have a cat on your lap? Oh, cute! Floating teddy bear gave me a magical MP3 player. This story's already better. A melody sung by the bards of old has resounded within us. Now we get the crystal and we chuck that on. And we're a bard now. And yeah, pretty much right away you can go unlock perform, which is you get all these instruments. Play music. Whoa. I haven't played with the electric guitar yet. This one was added in the latest patch. The different electric guitars. That's cool. So yeah, Bard gets this whole fun side thing to play with. It's great. Alright, next quest. Oh, actually, I might feed the cat. So is Bard Archer, but yes, yeah, Bard is it's upgraded Archer. Archer stops with these abilities, and then Bard gets these, plus all this. Yeah, so it's the next step of Bard. Can you play your own battle theme on that electric guitar? Upon just receiving it, though? If you learn how. Yeah, I think I'll set off the cat alarm. Yeah, so there's really no need, no reason to be an archer once you unlock Bard, because Bard has everything Archer has and more. Yeah, that's how the upgraded classes work in this game. Yeah, so Conjurer becomes White Mage, and White Mage can do everything Conjurer can and more. Bard does everything Archer does and more. Dragoon does everything Lancer does and more. Yeah, that's how these classes work. Gonna get ready for bed? Alright, no worries. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Oh, I missed the Navan reference. Oh, okay. I should have realised that was a reference to something. I did. I'm sorry. Alright, I am going to find some music to play for you all. You know, I'm going to give you this. This is a bop. It's from Shadowbringers, so we're not going to hear this anytime soon. But it's amazing. It's called The Twinning. Oh, sorry, no, it's from The Twinning. It's called A Long Fall. And let's set off the cat alarm so you can see cat. Because seeing cat is important. Where is cat? Cat. Here she comes. Hello, Cleo. Meow? Is that what you think? I don't know about that, sweetie. That might be a bit controversial. Aww. Aww. Come back here so we can see ya. Aww. Hey, Axton, how are ya? Yes, it's cat feeding time. Mwah. Love you. Mwah. Yes, I love you. Alright, I'm gonna go feed her. Whoop, no, won't be a long break, just a short break. Just gonna feed cat. Idling camera. And I shall be back. Okay, I'm back. That song's really good. Oh, right. Long break, cooking the cat a steak dinner. She deserves it, honestly. She's a real sweetie. I take most things literally. You've learned this after many misquotes over the years. Yes. It might be part of the autism thing. It's funny anyway. Feels strange saying years though. It's been a while when you think about it. Just think how there are other people in the community who've been around longer than you. Forget you're not a newcomer. Yeah, you're definitely not a newcomer. You're a valued member of this community, Tag. And I appreciate you. You'll say the dungeon that song belongs to is lit AF? Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds good. Yeah, Cleo's so cute. Yeah, so she cuddles with us at night. And she does this thing where, because I usually sleep on my side. And every now and then in the morning I roll onto my back. And she just climbs on me and then just lies on my stomach. And she's kind of a big cat. Like, she's a little overweight, but she's also just big. So she's very heavy. So I just wake up with, what is this weight on me? Oh, yeah, it's cat. Cat. Yeah, she's great. It's very cute. Alright, more Bard. You love it when a cat does that? It's so cute. Hunter wishes to teach us how to learn a new song. Ah, that glint of determination in your eyes is a testament to your newfound strength. You put me in mind of my salad days, Melchan. You would know why I truly abandoned the battlefield and became a bard? That I took an arrow in the knee is what most folk believe. But it is quite clear you are not most folk. Very well, I shan't insult your intelligence with an untruth. Am I going to play all the jobs? Yeah, I want to all the combat jobs. Yeah, I am leveling all the professions off stream, but I don't think I'll show those because that's just a lot of content. But yeah, I want to show all the class quest lines because they're all just so different, and they really flesh out the world. For now, allow me to answer by saying that everything in creation is given to change, and man most of all. I was drawn to the power of song, the power to touch the very souls of men, and decided that I must pursue it. Sadly, that power has been all but forgotten in this age of cynicism. Such songs as those performed by tavern bards serve no purpose, beyond the amusement of drunkards. But that was not always the way of it. There was a time when song could shape the outcome of conflict. Ever since nations first quarrelled, armies have fielded archers wherewith they rained death upon the enemy from afar. As the battle unfolded, however, the distinction between the lines of friend and foe would grow hazy. Yet the archer's part did not end there. He had to stay ever alert, with arrow nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle. Even as his comrades fell, turning the earth red with their blood, the archer could ill afford to avert his gaze, lest that moment cost another his life. One need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that raged within him in that moment. Nerves near to fraying, his breast fit to burst. What was that? Clunk clunk. His breast fit to burst. The archer did the only thing he could. He sang. His bow became a makeshift instrument, plucked as an accompaniment. At first, the archer sang only to still the roiling within, but his voice chanced to carry to his comrades. It inspirited those engaged in combat, lending strength to their sword arms, and to those who lay upon the precipice of death, it granted a measure of peace. Realizing the tactical potential of song, yet loath to set aside skilled archers for that purpose, armies began raising dedicated regiments of minstrels. But the members of such units were no warriors, No-chan. Fair of voice and nimble of finger, those career minstrels could find a place in the hall of any lord. Yet they knew naught of the burden borne by those who charge into battle, whose lot it is to dance with death and sup on pain, and so their songs rang hollow, holding no power over the hearts of men. In eastern Lanosia, spirits are said to haunt the trees of Raincatcher Gully. I would ask you to travel there and await the emergence of these spectres. Through force of arms you are to release the spirits from their tormented existence and, in the doing, ease their unfathomable suffering. With such a deed might you draw forth an ancient melody from the soul of the bard. That's a pretty good backstory. Now the battle bard was, born by an archer who was in the thick of battle and couldn't distinguish friend from foe in the late stages of a battlefield. Your cat tends to choose to crawl under the covers with you just before you're about to get up to use the restroom. They can tell somehow. Somehow they can tell. Raincatcher Gully. Okay, hang on, let's turn that... reduce teleport rates. Sure, I like that one. One of our guild buffs. Because I'm going to be teleporting around. There. Alright, Wine Fort. All the job quests are actually really good. They have good stories that connect to the larger whole of the world. Yeah. I love the way this game handles the different jobs and how they all tie into the world. It's so well thought out. Yeah, they really do each class justice, I think. They give each class just really good lore about where they came from and what they do. She also likes to wait until you're comfy in bed before asking to be let out of your room. Cats. Aha. Wandering souls. Pew, pew, pew. A melody sung by the bards of old resounds within you. Oh, back to Jahantel. Oh yeah, the first song we had was Mage's Ballad. Deals damage, gives everyone a 1% damage dealt buff, and it gives me a cool buff that resets my my blood letter. So that's the first song we get. Yeah, so essentially you're an archer but with buff songs. It's cool. Favourite thing about this game's story is how small characters become bigger parts later. They don't always tend to stay in the shadows. Even small NPCs grow alongside the plot. Aw, that's cool. You finished all the main story, you're just leveling every combat class to 80? Ah, nice. You've got 9 jobs at 80? Oh, nice. Well done. Yeah, I think I want to level them all to 80 as well. I've enjoyed all the classes I've tried so far, so... I'm back. Welcome back, Mo-chan. In your eyes I see a layer of understanding, of regret, and of futility. And in your heart, it now echoes with the strains of an old song, newly discovered. Embrace this song, and as you play it in battle, shall ever more powerful emotions beset and temper your soul. When your stock of tales has grown, pray return and regale me with stories of your adventures. You hear a faint voice carried on the winds of time. Wanderer's Paean. Is that the... Ah, yep. This one lets us dispel a negative effect, which normally only healer classes can do. So that's kind of cool that the Bard can do that. Level 40, Bard's Eye View. Ah, get it. And you genuinely enjoy dressing up your character? That's fair. Yeah, there's some nice glamour options in this game. 'Tis good to see you return, Mo-chan, and more seasoned still for your time in the world. Call me a spoony bard. But as a man in the winter of his years, it gives me great joy to observe an adventurer in the spring of hers. This is an odd time for recollection, but it was a spring day when a bard first came to my hometown. He played the most sorrowful chords, even as his words tantalized the ear like the breath of one's first love. Many a maiden's heart was stolen during his visit, and doubtless more besides. Mo-chan, would you believe that common bards too were born of archers? This may seem far-fetched upon first hearing, but it isn't so far a stretch. Ask yourself this: what becomes of soldiers when conflict gives way to peacetime? Some have lives they might return to, aye, but most must needs take up a new trade to make ends meet. Well, it so happened that many who had once bent the bow took to strumming the harp. They wandered the realm, singing passionately and earnestly of the war as seen through their own eyes, of sweet victories and bitter defeats, of sacrifice and cowardice. Their songs so captured the imagination of the people, nary a day passed that a bard was not called to perform, be it in a humble tavern or some great lord's hall. Alas, their popularity proved their downfall. Intoxicated by the attentions of the masses, the bards took to embellishing their songs in a bid to outdo one another. And over time, each song was shorn of verity, till the bard's repertoire contained not one shred of truth. And now you will know that such songs have no purchase on men's hearts. Certainly, a bawdy tune may set off fits of laughter in a sailor, and a sorrowful ballad summon tears from the eyes of a soft-hearted maiden. Yet these are but pale shadows of what songs can achieve. For a blessing, this decline did not escape the notice of the Mughals. As great patrons of the arts, they feared that the true power of song might be lost to mankind. So it was that they laboured to gather and safeguard those crystals, known as the souls of the bard, that they might be bestowed upon worthy men and women. Now, well as I know you relish listening to my sermons, I dare say it's past time we moved on to the practical side of the lesson. I know I have mentioned this previously, but tell me, are you perchance familiar with the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool? Nay? Well, that won't do at all. We must remedy this post-haste. The song recounts the massacre of Griffin Crossing, a battle that took place decades past, wherein countless Gridanian lives came to a premature end. Ah, but do forgive me. I seem to have mistaken the proper order of things. Before I begin, I must be convinced that the point of the tale will not be lost upon you, elsewise I will have wasted my breath in the telling of it. Now, heed well these instructions. You must make your way to Welwick Wood, where resides a mated pair of outgoats that have but recently lost a kid. The pair has been driven mad with grief, and only death will put an end to the uncontrolled rampages. Linger in their territory until you encounter the beasts, then let fly your arrows of mercy. As you liberate them from their sorrow, so too shall your soul resonate with the echoes of poignant melody. Spoony Bard was a mistranslation from one of the older games. Oh, okay. Reference to FF4. Ah, that's cool. I knew it was a reference to something, but I wasn't sure what. Twitch had some issues, did it? Bloody Twitch. The OBS doesn't say I lost connection. Must be a Twitch issue. Alright, well. We need to go kill these outgoats. Sad. And then he will teach us the tale of the Vainglorious Fool. I've noticed Twitch has been having some issues lately. Some streams, especially VODs, when I'm watching VODs on Twitch, they keep stopping and just having trouble connecting to servers and such. So yeah, if you missed it, this is a mated pair of outgoats who lost a child. And they're very violent in their grief, so unfortunately we have to kill them. A melody sung by the bards of old resounds within you. Grr. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, it's foggy here. I like the fog. Looks cool. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Mel-chan. I can almost hear the cries of mourning that have seared themselves into your soul. That you remain unbowed by such anguish is a testament to your spirit's fortitude. Yet even as your heart swells to contain these new experiences, you must not neglect your skills with the bow. A resilient heart must needs have a robust body in which to beat. Once you have trained both to equal strength, then shall I perform for you the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. Bum 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 ba bum. You hear a faint voice carried on the winds of time. Got another song! Army's Paean. This one increases everyone's direct hit rate by 3%. And it gives me a nice little kind of an attack speed buff, basically. Yeah, I'll show those at the end. Doing it the Bard way. This game is so chill, yeah. Love how the dungeon bosses are like a coordinated dance number. Yes, it's so good. Welcome back, Mel-chan. By your tranquil countenance, it is plain that both your body and soul are in readiness for the next stage of your journey. Very well. The time is ripe that I teach you the ballad of the vainglorious fool. The song tells the tale of an archer of the God's Quiver, whose peerless skill was surpassed only by his hubris. Alas, that hubris led to the annihilation of his entire regiment at the battle which has come to be called the Massacre of Griffin Crossing. Ahem. Hey Simpika, welcome! Welcome to the stream. Standing guard in the dead of night, an archer, wearying of the sight, drunk on pride and starved of glory, forsook his post to claim victory. 10 score yalms had the archer crept, when shrieks rang out whence his comrades slept. For he was not there to see the knives, nor to ring the bell and save friends' lives. Tell me, Mel-chan, what lessons can be learned from this tale? Ah, but hold that thought. What your tongue claims to understand interests me not. As before, I'd sooner have you demonstrate the fruits of your learning with bow in hand. This time, however, you shall have the pleasure of my company. I would have you escort me to the Gelmora ruins in the North Shroud. It is there that some few fallen from the massacre of Griffin Crossing have been laid to rest. Pray honour this place of remembrance with a bouquet of lilies. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Cast thee back the reins to the firmament, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Alright, lay a bouquet of lilies. Oh, it's foggy here as well. That's cool. Oh, this is a little remembrance area. Namaya lilies. Doing it the Bard way. The enemy van? No. I cannot. Why? Why do I still draw breath? that a sin of the past would beget another. Forgive me, Mel-chan. Am I liking FF14 so far? Oh, I love it. It's so good. Yeah, I've actually already done these quests. I'm just showing them as like a new game plus for people so they know the story of the classes. Bard's really fun because it's so mobile. You can just run around and still be doing really good damage. Oh, okay. Not sure what happened to that last one. Edward in FF4 would run away from battles a lot. So you think the Bard here is doing the same thing as an homage, though in different context? Oh, that's cool. That's really clever. It's a good story, yeah. I just love the whole world, just all the different side stories, and the main story is really interesting. As you have doubtless noticed, I am no longer capable of wielding a bow. I, whom they call the God's Bow. I had hoped that the years would take the edge off the memories, but I hoped in vain. Absolution does not come so easily. Heed me well, Mel-chan, for I shall reveal all to you. The man sung of in the ballad of the vainglorious fool, whose hubris doomed an entire regiment. He and I are one and the same. Being no stranger to the bow, you will know that the archer's role in battle is that of support. His charge is to thin out the enemy line, that his comrades might gain ground in the field of battle. By that most basic of criteria, I was unfit to hold a bow from the first. It suddenly gets very dark. In my pride and lust for glory, I sent countless souls to a bloody grave, good men and women all, with loved ones and bright futures awaiting them. I lost the will to live that day, becoming an empty husk of a man, tormented in sleep and wakefulness both by the memories of my crime. But the gods were not without mercy. They gifted me with song, that I might find a measure of solace in my wretched existence. A new melody resounds within you, I see. Though this outing was rather far departed from what I had in mind, that it still bore fruit gives me comfort. On that note, let us conclude the lesson. I dare say I have no cause to worry that you will repeat the selfsame mistake as the vainglorious fool. Mil-chan, I would be alone for a while. Take yourself back to camp. I shall make my own way there presently. So sad. Your empathy unlocks echoes of an ancient melody. to Quarry Mill. There was a patch a couple years ago where they made Bard and Machinist stand still to do damage, but they reversed that eventually. Ew. That would have sucked. I'm glad they reversed that. I'm glad to see you safely returned. Though I rasp my voice hoarse through the saying of it, I cannot tell you enough times how much I regret dragging you into such danger. And yet, there is more I would ask of you. If you would do me the kindness of lending your ear, then pray speak now. Action learned. Reign of Death. That's interesting. I assume there was originally another song that we learned there, but instead now we get Reign of Death, which isn't a song. It's an AoE arrow ability. Pieces of the Past. We're still on level 45. You will listen to my request, though you know me for the vainglorious fool I am. I am humbled. The boon I ask of you is simple. I would have you sing for me. Yes. I will sing. Yeah, I don't actually have to sing. There was a thing where tanks had a hard time with bards who would DPS so hard it would pull aggro. And there would be no consequence because the bard would kite the enemy the whole time. Ah, yeah. They have long since made it easier to hold aggro. Yeah, that sounded like a threat problem. Reign of Death would be a pretty metal song name. Yup. A heartfelt performance, masterfully delivered. You have come far in such a short time, my young apprentice. Hearing your song this day, I am convinced that you are well on your way to surpassing me, as bard and archer both. Soon there will be naught left for me to impart to you. Melchan, you have proven yourself worthy of the consecrated garments worn by the true bards of old to honour the Keeper. I speak of the coral attire. The attire was entrusted to me when Pukno Poki and I first met, deep within the Twelveswood. The Moogle and I had traded scarce more than a handful of words when he proffered to me the attire, along with the soul of the bard. At that time, I knew not the true power of song, and so declined the gifts. But Pukno Poki would not be denied. For all his good humour, the Moogle can be as unmoving as a rock. The attire chooses the wearer, not the other way round, he insisted, and I found myself yielding to his will. In mastering the verses of war, I won acclaim beyond my wildest dreams upon the field of battle, and for a time I was well pleased. Alas, my lust for glory knew no bounds, the consequence of which you are already aware. It was in the wake of the massacre of Griffin Crossing. Stricken with guilt, I wanted naught more than the earth to open up to swallow me whole. I had lost the will to live, but I was too craven to end it myself. And so I took to wandering aimlessly, in search of a place to die, far away from the judging eyes of men. Disillusioned with the power of song, I committed an act of folly. I scattered the choral attire across the realm. If truly the attire chooses its wearer, I challenged, then let it find its way back to me. Determined that I would not be proven wrong, I went to great pains to ensure that the attire would never again see the light of day, and the pieces now rest in places of peril. Being the proud fool that I was, it never crossed my mind that mayhap another was meant to don it. I would entrust the choral attire to you, Melchan, but as you can see, you must needs brave the dangers to claim it. I shall mark its whereabouts on your map, but I can afford you no further aid than that. I am deeply sorry that my folly of years past has entailed this burden upon you, but Althik works in mysterious ways. In his wisdom, it may be that he has sent this trial to test your spirit. I mean not for my sentiments to encumber you, but I'm convinced that you are the one chosen by the choral attire. But pray do not take that as license for complacency. Trials wouldn't be called such if they failed to tax one's ability. Stay ever on your toes, No-chan. I would have you return whole of body, and bearing the 4 parts of my surrendered raiment. Nod. Heed me, O puissant Elthic. Reverse thee the seasons turning, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. I never know how to pronounce puissant. No-chan just unleashed a deep throaty metal growl and Jahantel is like, nice melody. That's good. Alright, time to go on our little equipment gathering excursion. Which every class gets at level 45. God, doing this without flying would have sucked. Oh my. Big bug. It did? Oh, you were there? Oh. Yeah, I'm really glad that they've added flying to Realm Reborn. And that it's easy to unlock too. Found a frayed sack. Got the... I think that's the gloves? Yes. Put them on. Next. This one's all the way over in northern Thanalan. I have a sea creature that flies. Afraid sack. Afraid sack. English is kind of confusing. It is. I've heard it's one of the hardest languages to learn if it's not your first language. Because it's got so many contradictions and little one-off exceptions. Got the boots. Around my boots. They're more like... Oh no, they are boots. I thought they were sandals for some reason. East Shroud. That sea creature is a mount from FF5. Ooh. The sky is your ocean. Yes. Yeah, so this is my first Final Fantasy game that I've played myself. Well, technically I played some of 9. I played like the first disc of 9. I hired it. Yeah, this is my first proper Final Fantasy that I've played a lot of. And that re-release they announced of 1 through 6, I'm really curious about that. I'm thinking about picking those up and playing them. Liar, I played FF7R demo. Oh, yep, that's true. That is true. That was really fun too, I liked that. Mostly just waiting for Endwalker now, so you made an alt character just to pass the time. And my god, you missed flying. Aww. Yeah, actually, my friends who have gotten into Heavenswood and further, yeah, they said it's a little bit of an adjustment period going back to not being able to fly in those areas. We're deep in Sylph lands. It's the hat. Very fancy hat. I'm so fancy. And this one is Western Lenosia, near the Sahagan area. You made a new character on the European servers and you missed the Aethernet being unlocked. Forgetting to unlock them. Oh, yeah, having like running around and making sure you click on each Aetherite. Yeah. I have to remember to do that once I get to new areas. You missed what I said about 9? Oh yeah, I played a little bit of 9 many years ago. So I hired it from a video store. I only played, I don't think I actually finished the first disc. Mainly because, you know, it was rented, so we had to return it. Oh, this one's in a precarious spot. And these are the pants. Pants. The pants have an interesting colour scheme. Alright, back to Jahantel. Oh. Crazy pants. They remind me of like a Jester colour scheme or something. Those are some hey look at me pants. Yes. So, you have returned. Sound of body and mind, I trust? Well, I'm a little bit sick, but apart from that. And you bear the 4 parts of the choral attire. I knew you for the true owner of these garments ere I heard your song. Since the day we met, your determination has reminded me of much that I have lost, and would have again. I have at last settled my heart on a matter that has plagued me for some decades. When my preparations are complete, you shall know of my decision. Until then, may your song lift the spirits of your allies, and your arrows seek the hearts of your foes. Grr. Bum, bum, bum. Do I remember how far I got from watching you play? It was up to the end of that, like the cave, like really early on. You have to go into that ice cave. Yeah, I think that's as far as I managed to get. Maybe that's why bards drew aggro sometimes. Too bright. Too colourful. Requiem for the Fallen. Level 50. You have done well, my young apprentice. In returning with the choral attire, you have reaffirmed my faith in you. I see no further reason to withhold from you the existence of the final piece in the set. The piece that has brought us together. Listen well, Melchan. When I put down my bow, I vowed never again to set foot in the Twelveswood. That I now forsake my oath is for no other reason than to impart my knowledge to one who would succeed me. Lest you wonder why I should deem that so important, permit me to relate to you an event which brought about a great change in me. My most recent journey had taken me to Uldar, where I found myself ambling through the marketplace early one morn. Browsing the wares on display, mine eyes were met with a relic from my past, a piece from the choral attire that I had discarded decades before, countless moons away. I felt at once that it was not mere chance that had reunited me with it, and put forth the coin with nary a pause. Holding the garment in my hands, I resolved to find a worthy heir to my legacy. Alas, no sooner had I arrived in the Twelveswood than I found myself mobbed by archers seeking to hone their skills. Amongst those who came, not a one showed the least interest in poetry and verse. Sorely discouraged and regretting my decision, I made to strike camp and leave the Twelveswood once more, never to return. It was then that you appeared, young one. When you expressed your desire to learn song, I could scarce contain my joy. Looking back, I'm fully convinced that our meeting had been preordained. Your coming has instilled me with the courage to attend that matter of which I spoke earlier. I am ready. Ready to make a pilgrimage to the scene of my regiment's demise. Ever since that fateful day, I have been haunted by visions of my fallen comrades, torment graven upon their bloodied faces. Lost to hope, but too craven to end my own life, I wandered the land aimlessly, seeking a place to die. Ah, hey Duct Tape! Thank you for resubbing. 2 months. Thank you. No worries, Axton. Have a good night, and thanks for hanging out. That wasn't that far, but time is short when renting. Yeah. But the heavens denied me even that. Yet, just when it seemed that despair would draw me wholly into its black abyss, never to emerge again, a melody resounded within me. It was then that I awakened to the power of song, and found new purpose in life. I embarked upon a journey to master such verses as would bestow peace upon the fallen, that I might lay the tortured souls of my comrades to rest. It has taken long years, but now I believe I can offer a requiem worthy of my comrades. To do so, however, I require one last favour of you, Melchan. I would have you escort me to the west of the Observatorium, in the Korthus Central Highlands. It is there that we shall find the scene of my regiment's demise. Your presence kindles within me a courage I had thought lost. I would have none other by my side as I undertake this pilgrimage, now as I enter the most daunting stage of my life. Once you arrive, I ask that you pay your respects with another bouquet of Narmea lilies. When my requiem is sung, you shall have the final piece of the choral attire. Heed me, O puissant Althic, reverse thee the dance of the stars athwart the night sky, that we might ease the suffering of souls long departed. You're really glad I'm enjoying the stories in FF14? You're trying to talk your sister into trying it now that she's burnt out on Shadowlands? Ah, yep. Good luck. Yeah, it's so nice playing this coming from WoW. To Korthus. Jean-Luc Picard! Jean-Luc Picard is dead! Come back, Jean-Luc! I mean, they're probably AFK, so... Still though, gotta try. What you like the most about FF14 is that they acknowledge and treat your character as the protagonist, so the story is something you actively participate in creating, instead of being a thing that happens at you. Yeah, that is really cool. This is no place to take a dirt nap. I think one of the really nice differences between this and WoW is I watched that no-clip documentary about the remaking of FF14. Yeah, and the director, he said that he's fine with this game being a game that you finish playing and then you go do other things. Like when they release a new patch with a new story chapter, people they play it, they get through that story chapter in 1 or 2 days, and then they go and play other things again. and he thinks that that's totally fine because there's tons of other things, tons of other games, tons of other things to do. Whereas WoW instead is very much like, no, you got to keep playing this game. You have to keep playing this. The new patch, it has this long storyline. You have to like grind up this rep so you can continue the storyline. Yeah, WoW is a game that demands you just keep playing it forever because they will always have some kind of grind at the moment. Yeah, whereas this game, it has a ton of content, but it's a limited number of content that you can just get through at your own pace. And then you can go play other things. The game shouldn't be a daily grind at rep or a resource. Yeah. Yeah, WoW is full of that stuff. I mean, there is some of that here. There's like the beast tribes that are daily quests, but that's kind of it. I guess you got your daily roulettes, but they're only for if you want a level. Yeah. WoW's big failing. Having to grind a resource daily or fall behind on content. Yeah. Yeah, because WoW, they have you just skip over all the old content to just get to the new stuff. And then it's like, well, there's no content left to do because they made you skip over it. So we're going to make sure there's some kind of grind to make sure you keep playing. Yeah, it's a complete opposite philosophy to this game. Alright, actually, I should throw... Oh, whoop, I'm wearing the... Because I swapped classes. I want to wear the coral set. Because that's the one we just earned. Equip. Coral tights. Coral sand... Oh yeah, they're called sandals. Apparently they're sandals. Yeah. Cool. And I might as well throw on the shirt, even though we officially haven't earned it yet. But the quest line ends when we earn the shirt, so... Very strange colour scheme. The pants are like very different colours from everything else. Interesting design though. Yoshi P is a good man, yeah. It's a good hat, yes. I love this hat. Very good. Alright. We lay the bouquet of lilies. Requiem for the Fallen. Also, my shirt looks like it's gonna just fly open at any moment. Nick Sally don't like music, I guess. Jerks. We are surrounded, and our foes seem disinclined to listen to parley. You must survive this, Melchan. My soul is overburdened with the deaths of too many dear companions. So now we protect him as he plays his song. My bow, I cannot... Oh yeah, he tried to help us. Aww. Does cruel fate seek to stain my hands once more? Play a song! Have I not drank deep enough of bitter regret? I'm stuck. I shall aid you as best I can. So now he starts playing songs. No more lives will be lost to my folly. May my songs envelop and protect you. Is that all of them? Complete! Mo-chan, without you, I would not be standing here this day. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, my friends. I have kept you waiting over long. You did it! The Keeper be praised. I can wield a bow once more. Aww. I want to hug him. It was you, young one, who helped me to remember how. I had known this for some time, but your presence is as a salve for the wounds of my soul. Your coming has delivered me from the nightmares of my past. My worthy successor, to you I entrust the final piece of the choral attire. Don it and go forth to fill the hearts of men with courage and purpose. Though the seasons may turn, bending a man's back and dimming his eye, so long as there is life, there is reason to hope. Thank you, Mo-chan, for showing me the truth of this. With the blood of my comrades upon my hands, to simply draw breath racked me with such guilt as I could not bear. But the time for mourning is past. I shall take up the bow once more, and lend what aid I can to the gods' quiver. In fighting for those who yet live, I do my fallen comrades the greatest honour. Yet another melody resounds within you, I see. Then there is naught more I can impart to you. As equals, let us together give praise to life and all the joy that it brings. Heed me, O puissant Althik, turn thee over the hourglass of time, that we might exult in the glory of all creation. In thine exalted name we sing, that the living may save a life and the departed know true peace. Your compassion unlocks echoes of an ancient melody. That's so sweet. Just got to 80 on Red Mage this week. Ooh. I think you're in the home stretch of 5.0. Nice. The story is good. That's the extent of what you will say. You think by now the beast tribes would recognise you and not charge in a suicidal frontal attack? Well, I do keep changing my outfit all the time. I thank you again, Mo-chan. You have blessed this old fool with a gentle touch of salvation. Eorzea awaits. Go forth now, and inspire endless hope and courage with the beauty of your songs. May we one day meet again. Do, 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 do. Action learned. Battle voice. And that's all the bard quests for Realm Reborn. That's really nice. I actually enjoyed that even more the second time around. Yeah, so that's the set that you get while doing the quests. And then once you finish that quest we just did, we get the coffer, or the chest that contains the upgraded set, which is a different colour. Yeah, this one's very Very bright. We're all pink and white and stuff. There you go. I need to remember to put these back in the armoire. Shirt. Ring bands. Tights. Wear bards. Wear bards and tights. Oh, I'm not wearing the right boots. There we go. Alright, that was bad. Especially if his race lives longer. One more level I can get augmented Shire gear. Yeah, I think I actually have to do the Heavenswood story to unlock that though. Which is alright, I'm in no rush. Okay, let's go... Actually, let's go show the mechanics of Bard.
Come on!
Oh, hey Catsworth. Thank you for the raid. How are ya? What'd you play today? So we just finished showing the Bard story. And yeah, it was really, really lovely and sweet. So I'm just finishing that up. Actually, we'll go talk to him again, because he has new dialogue now. And then I'll show you what Bard does. And then I think we can do another class. Hey, Light Cecil, how are ya? Chicory. What's chicory? Do have to finish each X.0 main story to unlock some... Oh, okay, yep. That's alright, I'll just save my little tomestones for now. Pancake Jack. That's a good name. Good name. Talk to Jahuntal again. Ah, you return, Melchan. Mayhap you'd care to regale me with a ballad or two before you go. How fare you of late? Rare is the bard who is sung of as much as she herself sings, but with your exploits these days, you may very well earn that distinction. Yes, at long last the realm remembers the true role of the bard, and your accomplishments have done much to that end. Why, I've even seen the hot-blooded young lads of the gods quiver, spending the occasional hour honing their voice as they do their aim. What does a bard do? I would think you as fit to answer that question as I, but you have asked, and who am I to begrudge you an answer? When folks think of a bard, they conjure images of a minstrel wandering the realm, performing at banquets and in alehouses for the pleasure of king and commoner alike. But the bard I would speak of is one born from a battle-hardened archer, one who sings her songs in the heat of combat, to inspire her comrades to ever greater feats of martial prowess. As battles unfold, the distinction between the lines of friend and foe grows hazy, yet the archer must stay ever alert, with arrow nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle. One need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that rages within her in that moment. Nerves near to fraying, her breast fit to burst, the archer does the only thing she can. She sings. And in that raw melody resides the power to stir the souls of men. That, my friend, is the true definition of a bard. A definition that you yourself have helped Eorzeans to remember. It's hard to explain, but it's a super cute game. The colour's gone and you get a magic paintbrush. Oh, okay. So you're like returning the colour. Bard Quest rule. Yeah, I've only done the first, the ARR one, because I haven't unlocked Heavenswood yet. Okay, so let's see what he says if I'm a different class, because that's always fun. Ah, you return, Melchan. I'd hoped you might regale me with a ballad or two, but I see other pursuits occupy you of late. Very good. Alright, I'll go show you what the bard's abilities are. And then I think we'll do... So we've finished off Gridania's classes now. So we'll start on Limsa, which we can do Marauder, or Arcanist, or Rogue. Is that a bed? Holy shit! Come back! Holy shit, where do you get this? It's probably an event thing, isn't it? That's amazing. It's crafted. Oh, yes. I need to make that. A flying bed. What level do I have Dragoon up to? 60. Yeah, 60. Yeah, I've done the Realm Reborn Dragoon quests. Anyway, this way. Yeah, I really like Dragoon. Oh, I like all the classes actually. It's hard to pick a favourite. Alright, so Bard is basically an archer with some buff songs and other support abilities they can do. So it's got like an auto attack, which can actually just shoot behind you, which is pretty funny. Heavy shot is, this is what you, basically you spam heavy shot. It's got no cooldown, it's just on the global cooldown. We have 2 damage over time effects. This one does poison, this one does wind damage over time. So we put both of those up. Then we spam this until straight shot is ready. So this has a 20% chance of making straight shot ready, which does more damage. So you're watching this. And then you've also got Bloodletter, so this is off the global cooldown, so you do it in between. So yeah, it doesn't have the 1-2-3 combo thing that the melee classes have. That's the basics of the rotation actually. There's just a lot of cooldowns and stuff to do. So you've got, oh yeah, the area of effect abilities is Quick Knock, so this is your replacement for this ability. You spam this instead. And then you've got Reign of Death, which is on the same cooldown as Bloodletter. It's the same kind of idea. You put it in between your global cooldowns. And it looks cool. And then we've got, oh yeah, we've also got Repelling Shot, which I keep forgetting this class has. It's a backwards jump. Looks cool. Kinda like the Dragoon jump thing, but it has to be on a target, so not quite as good. Alright, so we've got cooldowns, we've got Raging Strikes, increases damage dealt by 10%. Not very exciting, just damage boost. Bed! There goes that bed again. Bed. And then we've got Barrage. Barrage is cool, it makes straight shot ready, so you pop that and then you pop straight shot. And it also makes it hit 3 times. So you'll see the number will come up 3 times. So you hit that and then you hit that. Yeah, it's like a little cool triple shot thing. So that's cool. The bed is crafted by Carpenter. Oh, nice. Excellent. Gonna recommend finishing the Dragoon quest line before finishing up. Yeah, I've done the Dragoon one. What I've done so far. What I can do so far I've done for Dragoon. Yeah, and then you've got the Bard abilities, which we've got Warden's Paeon. So this one is actually a Dispel. You can remove a negative effect from someone, including yourself. So that's cool. And it's different, so it's got a cooldown, but it's unique in that if the person doesn't have a negative effect, it actually puts a shield on them that will remove the next negative effect automatically. So that's cool. So you can set it up in advance and like help out the healer. That's pretty cool. And then you've got the songs. So we've got, at the moment I've got 2 different songs. Mage's Ballad, so this one gives everyone in the party a 1% damage boost. And you see that this is the timer for the song. Yeah, so weird thing is I don't seem to get the damage boost. But instead, while this song is up, my damage over time ticks. I have a good chance of resetting Bloodletter. So you end up like spamming Bloodletter, and it's actually really fun. I like it a lot. Now the song's over, and then we use the other song. This one gives everyone a direct hit rate 3% boost. Reduces weapon cast time. Yeah, this one's not as exciting, it's more of a passive thing. So I'll get my damage over time things going. Then we'll use this song. Yeah, so this one just does things passively. Reduces weapon skill cast time and recast. Yeah, so it just makes me faster as it goes on, pretty much. Yeah, and you can't play 2 songs at the same time. Oh, and then... Oh, actually, I'll wait for this to finish, then explain the other thing. And song over. Yeah, and so finally I've got Battle Voice. This is a long cooldown, it's 3 minutes. And it lasts 20 seconds. So this, you actually sing it while you're playing one of these 2 songs. And it increases everyone's direct hit rate by 20%. Which, I haven't actually looked up what direct hit rate means, but it seems to do a lot. It's... When I was in a group with friends and I popped this, my friends were going, "Oh my god," at the big numbers they were doing. So that's cool. Red Mage can backflip like dragoons, that's cool. Oh, you have to be in range of a target as well. Oh, okay, it's... Oh, and it's only 5 yards. Oh, yeah, okay. I have to get close before I can do that. That's a shame. But yeah, so this is a really cool, like, group... A massive group damage buff, so I'll play one song. It doesn't look very flashy, sadly. Yeah, that's all it looks like. It's a huge buff for everyone else, though. Yeah, so... The whole story of the Bard is that it's not about you being amazing, it's about empowering other people, thinking of the group, and that's how it plays too, which is super cool. So I like that that's reflected in the gameplay. It's not about you being amazing, it's about like supporting your group, giving them these cool buffs. Yeah, that's bad. It's kind of a lot of spamming this button, using this button and this button, and playing cool songs. I like it though, it's fun. And you can do like pretty much everything on the run as well. That's fun. Oh, you can slow things too. Which, it's a target dummy, so it's not going to move, but you can slow things. Whee! Yeah. But it's cool, I like it. Crit, direct hit, and then det. Okay. Direct hits are more powerful than regular hits, but not as strong as criticals. Ah, okay. Thank you. And reset. Okay, that's bad. Oh, let's do... Which one shall we do next? We'll do one of the Limsa Laminsa ones. So we've got Marauder, which turns into Warrior. We've got Arcanist, which turns into Summoner and Scholar. That's a cool 2-for-1. And we've got Rogue, which turns into Ninja. We've got a Limsa Laminsa. Let's start with Marauder, because that was the first one I did. Yeah, let's go Marauder. Swap to Warrior. New Game Plus. Take Marauder. Yes, new chapter. New Game Plus mode. And New Game Plus is nice. So you wanna be a Marauder. Oh yes, I haven't done one of these ones in one of the starting classes in New Game Plus. So we'll see what that's like. Hello. So the Marauders Guild is here, this is also where the Yellow Jacket headquarters is. The Yellow Jackets are the local law enforcement, the local cops basically. Yeah, cops. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any axe worth wielding needs 2 hands on the haft, and has a blade what can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use, with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're of a mind to make the Marauders art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say you, lass? Keen to join the ranks? Yes. Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axes as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the Marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Galadian Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors, what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are you? Think it over, then let me know if you decide to join our ranks. You started as a lancer, then when you hit the level to go to other cities you did rogue ASAP. Practically mained it until HW and then ended up switching to Bard. Ah, okay. Yeah, Ninja's super fun. I love Ninja. Way of the Marauder. You've decided then? You're ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then. All that needs doing now is to speak with the Axemaster himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wern Zoen's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to you. He's scary, apparently. In the past, the Marauders Guild weren't naught but a recruiting house for pirate crews. That all changed once the Admiral convinced the Buccaneers to sign the Galadian Accord. The guild was scoured clean of its piratical roots and given new leadership and purpose. Yeah, so these quests, they also give a lot of background info for the cities. Yeah, so Limsa Minster is, like, piracy is actually banned here now. Unless you're attacking a Gridanian vessel. You may be a pirate if you're fighting Gridanians. Ninja is fun, though you were intimidated by Mudras past a point. Yeah, the Mudras are a little tricky to remember. Yeah, Guardians are open season. That's pretty funny. Yes, I am Wern Zoen. Axe Master, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blauthota. But once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? This is one of the best prompts in the game. Are you prepared for carnage? Yes. Basically, they're privateers. Exactly that. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Mel-chan. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will ofttimes be your own. I present to you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grip the haft with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. Bum, 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 bum. Marauder unlocked. Yeah, I actually have to swap to Marauder. Take off my soul crystal. Oh, I can still wear these clothes. Excellent. My first axe. Aye, you cut a striking figure, Mel-chan. But heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat, as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleating, scurrying and crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Lamensa. Lost lambs, wharf rats and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. This is the baby's first class quest. New Game Plus. Yeah, New Game Plus is so good. Oh, hey, it's foggy here now. There's fog everywhere. Yeah, where are we going? This way. We picked up Paladin for similar reasons, then Dark Knight. Did a reverse Cecil. I'm level 55. I'm going to fight a level 1 Wharf Rat. Here we go. That seemed a bit mean. I wish I could level sync for this stuff, so I'm not just one-shotting things. Oh, where's my AoE ability? Trying to find it. There it is. Oh, killed a bunch of wharf rats. Now to kill ladybugs. Got nearly every job except White Mage, Warrior, Gunbreaker and Astrologian. Yeah. I've got everything except the expansion classes, which I'll get to. I'll get to them. Oh, you have to kill lambs. This one's sad, because these are very cute. It's really mean to have to kill them. Oh, they make cute noises. Come on, make noises. Aww. Murdering these cute little lambs. I'm a monster. Look at them all, they're all so cute. Aww. They're exceptionally fluffy, yeah they are. I'm a monster. A simple explanation of privateer, government-endorsed piracy, instead of your normal pirates who want to buck authority. Yeah. It's funny I can use all the future skills, yes. Yeah, they don't like level sync you for these. I've got all these later abilities. Just did that quest last week at minimum level. Okay, just starting out. It's kind of fun when you're first starting out a class and it's level 1. And you're getting those early levels and the early abilities. Yeah, it's quite fun. Oh, that's a friend. Was that duct tape? That might have been duct tape. Marauder's Guild. Level sync would be nice. New Game Plus for buddy joining. Yes, that would be great. Hello. You are returned to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast. A realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. My first axe. Oh. Level 5. Mo-chan, you approach me with a marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I'm pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Broenbar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Downstairs. Run. You took Warrior so your friend who just started playing could sort of play along outside of dungeons? Ah, that's cool. That is cool. I forget who Clear Raven was, actually. Haunting Nightmare Essay. Who was Clear Raven? Hang on. I've got a little list I keep of who everyone is, because it's unfortunate the game doesn't let you do that. Oh, I didn't put Claire Raven down. Well. Oh, hey, Euclidean. Is that you, Claire Raven? Nice. I've forgotten what your Twitch name was. Euclidean Paradox. Nice. Thank you. Just updated my little list, so I remember who is who. Yeah, we're just doing the Marauder quests. You're only on the stream all of about once. Ah, yeah. Oops, did I just skip something? No? Okay. The Axe-Master told me you'd be on your way. Me name's Broenbar. Good it is to meet a new Marauder. Now, we axe-wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right. Our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rotgeim, a fellow Marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Every Marauder goes through the same brutal training, and it's that sense of kinship what binds the guild together. I'm always willing to go the extra mile for a fellow axe wielder. Gotta go smash a rock. Seems a good way to ruin the edge on anything. Yeah! That seems like a questionable thing to do with an axe, but sure. That was over there. That one. Hello. Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stone, are you? I've 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good solid heavy swing. Heavy swing. Oh, which one? There it is. My keybinds are weird. Because I changed it all. Solid rock. What if you try and use something else? No? Okay. Nice. I should probably change all these around, hey? Make it comfortable. G. Oh, I've got both Storm's Eye and Storm's Path. Overpower is V. Inject is T. Tomahawk. The rest of that doesn't really matter. That'll do. Just about everyone in Eorzea is able to channel ether. What you're learning how to do is form a barrier of ether around your axe to make it stronger than regular steel. Ah, okay. Didn't realise there was a lore thing for Marauders using ether. Ether? That's cool. Maybe the rocks in Eorzea are just really soft. They're actually enriching dark matter vendors. That's the way to do it, lass. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have at him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Oh. More rocks. Heavy swing. Was that number 2? Right. We're using heavy swing again? Okay. There. Aye, I can see you're a natural. Me head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axe Master Wernzon and let him know you're ready for something harder. Bye. I know, very exciting quest, but they start out just kind of teaching you how to play your class, and then story happens. There's a whole thing about the Garleans, the evil Empire dudes, being so technologically advanced because they're unable to use Aether. Ah! And they're salty about it, that's funny. They picked up Arcanists. Ah, yep. Arcanist is fun. I really like Arcanist. Hello, we're back. Josephine Joe-Man. It's a JoJo. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Melchan? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I've chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official Marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulquib. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. That's a cute little farewell for Marauders. May devastation follow in your wake. I'm playing a little bit of Arcanist Scholar. You're at level 35. They're a bit boring so far, IMO. Ah, that's a shame. I really like that you get your meter so early, and you get like off global cooldown abilities so early. You primarily play the summoner side. Ah, yeah, I barely know how to play summoner because I play scholar. Well, you're not the one I talk to. It's Sulquib, the conjurer. Aye, Melchan, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wernzone expects me to give you the details, then? Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lenosia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Time to leave my axe on the ground. Most classes are pretty dull until... Yeah, a lot of classes are rather dull until 50. Yeah, agree with that. Tried Scholar, but you're really no good at healing. Yeah, I love healing. I've always played a... Well, I've mostly played a healer in MMOs. So I love having the different styles to play around with. A megalocrab nest. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming? Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Melchan. We need to move. Now. Chunky toads, yes. So many big toads. Toad. Thumbnail found. Scholar's more about stacking butts to prevent damage. That's a good one, butt spot. It's a good one. Level 78 Dark Knight. Ooh, I look forward to unlocking Dark Knight. I'm excited to try that. Axe in the stone. Let's go. Ah, bugger and shite! Get away from me, you bloody great bastard! I like this kid already. Bugger and shite. My gear's a little bit overpowered for this. Oh, I haven't learnt my AoE yet. Okay. Yeah, so she heals us. We play the role of the tank. I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have that yet. I will hit button 1, and then I'll hit button 2. And then I'll hit button 1. And then... Oh god, there's more crabs! Got room for one more. Can't let the novice have all the fun. So Rowan bar's here now. Oh, I can taunt. I do have taunt. Also, Brian Bar's last name is Rock Splitter, apparently. Some of these bastards are harder than the damn boulders. Thinking about boulders every day. Grr. Running butt-bee dungeons with only cure is butt. Yeah, the low-level dungeons, you have like one heal button. Thank you, miss. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more, what with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me da, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make it pay for what it did to me folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Mochan here, who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Mochan. It's time you headed back as well, before Wernzone begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. Eh. Shortcut. It's faster. Don't judge me. How does relating below 30 even work with Scholar? So it lets you. So all the classes have... Let me just check what Scholar has at that level. Yeah, so they all have level numbers as to what they get what skills they get, sorry. So you have your res spell, you have your dot, your damage spam, you have both of your fairies, you have physic. Yeah, that's what you got in Sistasha and such. You have a heal and you got your fairy for more heal and res. Yeah, so they've attached level numbers for abilities below 30 so that the lower dungeons work. Warrior. Not all gear was found. Yeah, that's because my soul crystal was in my inventory. Alright, Marauder. So, you have shattered the shells of the megalocrabs, and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Mochan. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Lanosia, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Mochan? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Alright, so we've got our goal. You want to stop that rampaging beast. Level 10 quest. Mo-chan, I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sighard bade you slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the stampeding mountain, such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you, and let your axe blade sing in righteous slaughter. Righteous slaughter. Sure. What's the easiest way there? I really wish there was a crystal here. That one. You're an Arcanist in a Sestasha run and the healer was so bad they almost caused a party wipe. Oh wow. Yeah, that's quite a feat in Sestasha. That's why you don't do healer? You're likely going to be that? Aww. At least it is nice that you can like queue for like low level things if you want. You just learn the ropes. So that is cool. Kill some Galagos. Those are monkeys. Monkey. They threw stuff. I don't want to know what they're throwing. Ah, stones. Okay, it's safe. They're only throwing stones. Just going to change that to there. There we go. Ah, back to the Marauders Guild. Oh, let's just teleport. Hope one day you get Summoner to 80 so you can cheat and use Scholar for role quests. Ah, can you do that? Huh. Are you sure those stones aren't brown? Well, stones are brown, but the game said they were stones. Okay, it said they were stones. Welcome back, Mo-chan. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is yet much more work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Alright. Go to the farm. So Kujata knocked over a wagon. Now there's a bunch of scavengers eating all the food. Jerks. At least for the healer role. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot there's healer quests and DPS quests later. Overturned Wayne. Oh no! Should I put on some lower level gear maybe? Well, I mean, it won't help for this, where it doesn't down level me, but for the synced quests, it might make them a bit more interesting. Maybe I'll do that. Run some lower level gear. No, more. Yeah. Shoot. Good. This person looks cool. They're a Dark Knight, probably? Yes. That armor, look at that armor. That is Heavy Wolf Ram. Mithrite Gauntlets of Fending. Mithrite Halberg of Fending. Okay. A Mithrite set. Dyed black. Oh, I see. The helm doesn't quite match it. It still looks very cool though. Too bad there's no minimum eye level sync. Yeah, that'd be nice. Does fit Dark Knight really well, yeah. Might have to try and get that set when I get my Dark Knight unlocked. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, Melchan. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, this I swear. I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. Brutal strength. I see you've been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words, it shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service of the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lanosia. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I'm fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Rainfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago, and will gladly aid you in this task. With Rainfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger, and provide its swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing true. In Aleport. Over there. Whoop. Oh, Kujata was a summon in FF7. Oh, I didn't know that. Lightning, fire, and ice. That's cool. In here? Aha. Hello. One of Wernzone's girls, are you? Why, I've known that sprat since he was knee-high to it. Well, he was always kind of a big fella, was Wernzone. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble? What you need do then is take yourself northwest up towards Camp Skull Valley and give a good whistle. The mean bugger you're after, his name's Patripatan, by the way, will come running across the weeded plains. He'll think you're trespassing on his territory, see? So you better have that cleaver of yours ready. Oshin's blessings be upon you. Why don't you join me for a pint or two, lass? The grog's as cheap as water in this place. Even so, I reckon I've guzzled through half the sparklies I hoarded from me mercenary days. Well, you have fun with that. I'll go slay a monster of some kind? Yeah, okay. Let's see, what lower level gear have I got? sort. Khan circlet, we could wear that. Mana Elmo. Let's put together a clown suit. Eternal Shade. Actually, no, this is a... I've probably got all the pieces of this Khan set. Maybe? Maybe not. Mana. Yeah, we'll wear that. Pants. Okay, oh no, Khan's Breaches of Resilience. Yeah. Wait. Those look kind of shiny. Oh, those are my boots. The boots and the pants sometimes overlap. That set looks nice actually, doesn't it? That'll do. Kujata, the Black Mage of the Wild. He's an enemy in 15 as well. Ah, cool. A low-level MMO experience. Yup. And yeah, let's change my axe. Oh wait, no, I don't have any other axes. I got rid of them all. Never mind. Patripatan. It's a kitty. Aww. Back to the Marauders Guild. Let's go see if this guy had any new dialogue. And I've killed the monster. Hello, I'm back. No, okay. It's kind of funny that he didn't help at all. And I guess it was a trial for me to become stronger, so. Just the base stats, yeah. It's mainly for when they level sync me, so my stats won't be quite as ridiculous. I'm back. I've been in contact with Rainfred, and he had naught but praise for you, Melchan. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I would have you complete this day, a task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Skepfgim, where he waits on the bank of the ageless river, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. In Middle Lenosia. Huh? The level sync does seem to struggle when you have really good gear. Yeah. They do have dungeons that force your eye level down. Yeah, those are more fun, I find. A lot trickier, of course, but quite fun. Yeah, that tends to be, yeah, the ones with this yellow symbol. This duty is item level synced. Huh, interesting that these are not. Snowcloak, Sestasha Hard, Sunken Temple Hard. Those aren't? Interesting. Anyway. Hello? Aye, lass. I know why you're here. And after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles Rockgime had you training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Wernzone wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you're capable. Go on then, lass. You won't shatter the damn thing just by staring at it. I can try, okay? I destroy boulder. Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Lots of back and forth. In 15, he's a big ball-like creature whose favourite move is to roll over you when you're in the middle of a combo. Sounds like there might be some experience there. Back and forth is ARR's favourite move. Yes. This is a nice looking outfit, actually. I like it. I wonder, can it be recoloured? No? Aw, boo! Oh, it's quite nice the way it is, though. Yeah. I knew you would return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique. Adopted and perfected by our guild forebears, the tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close-quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, Melchan. But hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. So he gave us the move where we can throw our weapon. It's our ranged attack. Tomahawk! Level 20. The mountain that strides. Ah, yep, Game of Thrones reference. Melchan, there is trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? The boy's grandfather, Nedid, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Sigurd had gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister, Sulkwib, awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation, and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. At the Bismarck? Yep, that's the Culinarian Guild. Don't know what I'm talking about. Forward and back, and then forward and back, and then go forward. Back, forward, X. Ah, Melchan. I assume you are here to discuss the missing child, and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to Red Rooster Stead and learn what more we can from old Nedid. Alright. Yeah, so that's the conjurer we worked with earlier. So turns out he's the sister of the guildmaster. Oh, hi. Wait, aren't you from the Rogue Guild? I don't usually see her hanging out here. Must be a cool little Easter egg. Whee! The calming sound of rain. I do like that the weather tends to be like linked. Like if it's raining in one part of Lenosia, it's probably raining in more because You know, where there's a very wide phenomenon. That's cool. Red Rooster Stead. I'll leave the talking to you, Mel-chan. Yeah, I'm known for my talking. Thank the gods you're here. Seems me grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for you. But surely you can But surely you can know how that lad is feeling. How he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And the last time, when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast himself. Daft little bugger. Any road, once he heard Kajut had been spotted near Aleport, why, he shot through the door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of you, find me little Sighard before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard Aurochs has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. That damn calamity, I tell ya. I lost me wife, me son, and me daughter-in-law in the aftermath. If it weren't for me grandson, I don't reckon I'd have much reason to linger on. Oh. Our course is clear. We must set out for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Fastum, often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Aleport. Alright, back to Aleport. Hello. Have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. And they just let him go. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Sigurd's water skin. Ah! Birds! Here's his satchel. More birds. It's a tomahawk throw ability. Looks very cool. I love the animation for it. Oh, hi. Have you found any sign of Sigurd? This water skin is filled with more holes than water. To be called a proper satchel, this would need an arm strap and a bottom. He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe. A tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps? Gods below! Mel-chan, over there! Level sync. Mo-chan. Defeat the jackals. Take on my tanking aura. We can tank for her this time. That's cool when they give you NPCs to tank for. And they hint at you, like, hey, this is a little bit of what it's like to tank. There's a lot of jackals. Should have hit that button earlier. Berserk. Why are there so many jackals? Step aside. Wound zone? He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Mo-chan. Bye. They need an aetherite here. Yeah, let's go here this time and fly north. Do, do, do. Fly up here while I drink some water. Alright, we're here. I must concentrate. Pray do not disturb me. Sorry. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank you. The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may take some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nedard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risked your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting me, foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is naught more we can accomplish here, Mo-chan. It is time we return to the guild and focus on other tasks. Nod. So now he's bedridden. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Mo-chan, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Level 25. So level 30 is the final Marauder quest. Leader of the Pack. Mo-chan, our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated Marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Sulkweb awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth, Mo-chan. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. So that pack of jackals follows Kujata around. It's quite interesting. Hi again. You have word for my brother? Ha, the pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But from what I have witnessed, if any Marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy, now do you? Let us be about this trial, Mo-chan. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lanusia, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally I will be there. Without me, you're like to forget your tend your wounds and bleed to death. Scavengers taking advantage of Kujata's destruction. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of a symbiotic relationship where they help protect Kujata and they get to feed from the destruction. I guess this area. Very cool. Sulkweb. Alright, got some training. Got a training montage. Well, this should be the place. I don't see... Ah, do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Mo-chan? Pray unlimber that axe of yours. Gonna be a montage. Defeat the Marabi hedgemoles! Oh no! Hedgemoles. Ha! Is this supposed to be a trial? That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we have faced before, though, it wasn't terribly. So this is the indomitable Melchan Angura. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that... We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. Defeat the masked Marauders. What are you playing at, you oafs? No matter, we fight to win. Should probably tank for her, hey? That might help. More able-bodied ambushes and a nameless attacker. Or multiple nameless attackers. Pop my crit button. Oh, numbers. Someone familiar. See if they say anything. No? Okay. Boom! It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well. I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Do not think to show me quarter, Melchan, for I shall surely show you none. You be back? Baby wants food? Ah, yeah. No worries. We're fighting familiar Marauder. Prepare to be tested. You fight well, Marauder. Now we see what you are truly made of. You just used Bloodbath. I don't think warriors get Bloodbath. That must be an old leftover thing. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Aye, it might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Melchan. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice. Rather, he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you returned to the guild. Oh, and as a favour to me? Pray indulge Wernzone in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Back to the guild. Hello, I'm back. Melchan, I have heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strands. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honoured to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Yeah, that's really cute. He and the other marauders all dressed up to do the trial. It's like, oh, let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What's important is you're strong. Level 30, bringing down the mountain. This is the final marauder quest. Mil-chan, your confrontation with the beast is at hand. Kujata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature to the northeast of the Red Rooster Stead, in the vicinity of the Grey Fleet. There is little more for me to say but this. Harness all the strength you have, all the strength you have built, through your labours of sweat and blood, and unleash it full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sighard yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle, and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. The time is come, Mil-chan and Gura. May your axe strike deep and true. Time for the battle. The Red Rooster yeah, let's take the Aetherite to Middle Lamassia. I like the windy ambience in here. Cool. In that little cave. Oh, he's awake. Mil-chan, I'm sorry for making trouble. No, I deserve what I got. It's my own fault for not believing in you. But you came back anyway. And now you're going to take that axe to Kujata's head, ain't you? I know you can beat that bastard. You got to. Nod. Please, Mil-chan. You've got to make him pay. Oh, hey. They're both here waiting. I heard Kujata had reared his ugly head again, and reckoned you'd not be too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Oh yeah. Bronbar? Well, he felt much the same. So here we are, a pack of 2 to offset the ravenous beasts that follow in Kujata's wake. Might be as I'm sticking me nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kujata's got his friends, so it's only fair if you've got a couple too. And what are friends for if not to lighten your load? I already did some of the groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his wain have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. If we follow the trail of destruction, it might just lead us to the big bugger himself. Hurrah! Fight, fight, fight! Whoosh! Is that a warrior? I think they're doing this quest too. Whoosh! I helped. You find a pot that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Oh no! It's a cattle tyrant. Who would have thought? They got the motorcycle. It's very cool. Fruit barrel. Oh no! Boom. Now, let's see what happens when I inspect the fruit barrel. Boom! Cheer! Oh, it's a crate! And so onwards we go. A giant oxpecker. Smack you in the butt. Smacked him in the butt. Crate appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. What's going to attack? Could it be a Goobu? Oh no! Cheer again. That motorcycle's cool! Overturned wain. Alright, this is the actual fight, I think. Have fun! It's time. Hi. Defeat Kujata. This is it, Melchan. Send the beast to the abyss. Focus on fighting Kujata. Leave the hyenas to me. Alright. Well, I'll turn on my tanking aura. A very big ball, yep. He takes care of the jackals. They're still very over-itemed for this, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's not getting one shot, so that's good. Be on your guard, he's up to something. What's he up to? That's right, he puts a debuff on you to reduce the healing taken. No wonder his victims all bled out, is what she said. That was the reveal, that he like curses things so they can't get healed properly. Jerk. No-chan. If cows are that size on Eorza, you don't want to see their elephants. It appears our timing was fortuitous. The Axe-Master carried me here so as I could see. You did it. You really did it. Oh. Da, do you see? No-chan killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank you. Thank all of you. No-chan? Do you reckon I could learn to swing an axe like that? Nod. When I was bigger, I mean. I want to protect folk too. Keep him safe from, you know, monsters and things. If you train hard, then naught is beyond your reach, young man. Then that's what I'll do. I'll train every single day. You'll see, I'll be the strongest hero there ever was. Aw, you're gonna be a marauder when he grows up. Oh. Love the Magitech weapons that all articulate and glow. Yeah. I love the little animations on them. Ah, so cool. Welcome back, Tag. Yeah, we felled the beast. Like that guy's character design, different and striking. Yeah, so the only parts we missed were we did that trial that they were sending us for, and we had to fight a bunch of disguised marauders who were these people poorly disguised and pretending to be some evil group who were testing us. Yeah, they were doing like this cute little trick to try and scare us, and the sister saw through it immediately. But we played along with it, so that was rather cute. And then they decided we were strong enough to fight Kujata. So Kujata showed up, we killed Kujata. Everything's good. Well done, Mo-chan. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge. Oh yeah, during the fight, we put a healing debuff on you. I can barely close your wounds. What has he done to you? No wonder his victims were so hard to heal. Yeah, so that was his little trick. Didn't really use fire or lightning or anything though. I saw it with my own eyes, and I can still scarce believe it. You brought down the mountain. It is done, Mo-chan. You have answered the boy's prayers, and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high, Marauder. I shall be awaiting your triumphant return to Limsa Laminsa. Let's go see if we can say hello to him again. He gone. Back to Lim Salimin, sir. And then I suppose we'll end the stream once we turn this in. It's getting late, and I don't think we have enough time to do another whole one, so... We'll do Warrior next, though. The upgraded Marauder. That was truly a mighty feat, Mel-chan. Never have I seen a Marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of her discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Axemaster Wernzone, pass on to you our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is naught more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, Mel-chan, may your axe ever swing true. Thrill of battle. And that is, oh yeah, that's the cooldown that increases max HP by 20% and restores that amount as well. One of your oh shit buttons is a tank. It is tanking button. Mel-chan, what can this old Marauder do for you? How fares the guild? I instruct initiates in the way of the axe, as I have always done, but Solquib tells me you have progressed far beyond the skills I have taught you. The forgotten arts of the warrior. Were I 10 winters younger, I would have rushed off to learn them at your side. What can you tell me of the Marauder's art? I imagine I can tell you very little that you do not already know, but it can do no harm to revisit the roots of our bloody profession. The art of the Marauder was first born in the crucible of brutal ship-to-ship skirmishes. I think we've basically heard this from the guild receptionist. Yeah. What if I'm a different class? I'm a paladin now. He doesn't say anything different. Ah well. And there you go. That was Warrior. Sorry, that was Marauder. Put that crystal back on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the next time we'll do Warrior. Which is the upgrade. Stealth Wormy. Hey, is that Wormy? How are you? Yeah, alright, well I shall end the stream. Thanks for popping in, Wormy. Yeah, I did enjoy... I've already done Warrior, but I'm showing it for the stream. So I can show the different class quests. Yeah, I did like Warrior though. It's pretty cool. Yeah, New Game Plus is so nice that it lets you show all this stuff. Alright, I shall see if anyone is streaming that I might want to host. Yeah, I'm showing like the different stories for the different classes. Okay, we've got Jordan Rasco playing Jackbox. Oh, I love Jackbox. I'm going to send you all over to her. /raid Jordan Rasco, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Oh, there's a problem starting the raid. Twitch. Why Twitch? Jordan Rasco. There we go, it worked this time. And I'll see you all next time. See ya!